Greetings, salutations, how's everybody doing? So I'm a bit back again to talk about more Scooby Doo films. This time we're looking at a film that was pretty, and I mean this, big when it came out. It was also relatively, a bit of a, nostalgic hit. In this case, Scooby Doo on Zombie Island. And if you're thinking, yeah, it's nostalgic, well, yeah, because this was a film that came out 1998, and I'll be honest, when I was growing up back in the 90s, a lot of us kids, we were watching Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, and Cartoon Network, and one that was always very popular on Cartoon Network was Scooby Doo, which, got a bit of revival because, we became, as kids, we became big fans of it. We thought, oh, it's awesome. But the one thing that made this film a bit different was
in the world television premiere, it's Scooby Doo and the gang in a brand new movie adventure. This time, the monsters are real. Cartoon Network's Cartoon Theater presents Scooby Doo on Zombie Island. Tonight at 8, only on Cartoon Network.
So in a way, yes, the monsters this time were gonna be real. But the thing about that, honestly, looking back at it though, is that, there was other Scooby Doo series, that actually had, 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo, or other films, other shows that did have monsters, but this one was more darker. But let's talk about it. What was it about? So in the film, the gang has in a way been, broken up, and in a way, the group is brought back together when, Daphne says, hey, I'm going to do a whole, coast to coast, checking out monsters and ghosts and all that. And they end up going to a bayou in New Orleans. This was be haunted by the ghost of Morgan Moonstar. Yeah, it's been a few years since I watched this movie, and I will say that, yes, the film does have a bit of those classic music elements. It has the, the opening sequence, which is awesome, when the monster just tears through the curtain and reveal that, and you probably as a kid, we just probably holy... cow. Because, at that point, especially for Scooby Doo, you never see anything like that. And, yeah, the opening sequence is great. The fact that, eventually, when the gang is going on their adventure in New Orleans, in a way, I did think, they have some other great songs, it's, it's just another guy in a mask or something like that, and they're solving all these cases in a way. And yeah, when the vampires jumping out of the coffin or something like that. Yes, it has some great imagery.
Another ghoul attacks, he's breathing down our backs, so we're making tracks for the exit. Oh, the ghost is here, he's a crook in a suit. The ghost is here, he's protecting some loot. The ghost is here, I'll give him the boot.
and all it. And I kind of like that in a way, this film, almost predates the, like say those shows that were really prevalent in the 2000s and later years, which were like, say, like the ghost hunter shows in a way, which is what it's trying to do in a way. And I do have to say, like, yeah, like when looking back at the film, not really know as a kid, like, yeah, when you realize, like, say, oh, Shaggy has a bit of a new voice in a way, and yeah, I think the idea of having Billy West, who also voices, has voiced a lot of other characters, and you can kind of hear in it, but he does a great Shaggy, and all that, and I also think it's pretty cool that we have, Jim Cummings as well as Mark Hamill as Snakebite Scruggs, and like when you're watching this film, as a kid, you probably didn't realize it.
Thanks, mister.
Should've let the gators eat you. I can't stand tourists. Now all your splash and chase Big Mono away.
But then again, that was the time when we were growing up watching Batman, the animated adventures, because that was going on a bit of a return and all that. I do some of the highlights of this, because there's quite a lot of them, is like, say, when the gang is first having their first haunting, and like say they have the ghost, and like Velma is floating and all that.
This just gets better and better. Maybe from where you're standing. Anybody want to try getting me down?
Sure thing. Come on, Scoob.
I think on the moments where I'm like, oh, this is different. It hits different, honestly. In that, like, say, when Shaggy and Scooby are having their picnic and all that, and they are, like, see the, zombie, ghost of Morgan Moonscar come out, and you just, like, say, okay, now this feels like a real threat to the gang. In that, like, say, there's a zombie, and he has a sword that can... actually hurt them. And one of the things that this film also does, like, say, compared to, like, say, some of the films in the past, like, yeah, like, Shaggy, like, Fred and Daphne always just seem to have a thing, like, like, say, oh, will they or won't they? We had that kind of vibes. But I think it was that little remote, relationship, because, in the film, the character of Lena is kind of like said, oh, Fred, and all that. But I have to, in a way, talk about it. Like, say, the song, like, say, it's terror time again. That sequence in which all the zombies are coming out of the ground, I think when all the characters are running away, they're trying to hide, and Billy West, he has such a good scream as Shaggy.
They've got you running through the night. It's terror time again. And you just might die of fright. It's a terrifying time.
And all that, like, and they're running away and all that. He does a great job. I had to say, like, say, even though there's all that, those spooky moments, like, say, running through the fields and the bayous and all that, which look great. They really do. I I still have to wonder, like, say, how old are these characters? Like, yeah, like, are so, you know, like, say, 20s or 30s, that suddenly no one's gonna go, like, say, oh, like, because in this film, like, Scooby does not like cats. So he's kind of a bit of a dog, for once. But, yeah, I think this one's great. I do love the bit of reveal that Simone and Lena, and as well as Jock, are all cat people.
You won't get away with this!
I've been getting away with it for 200 years.
At least Scoop and Shaggy are still free. Maybe.
I heard that, Fred. Those two simpletons, we didn't even bother making wax dolls of them. A waste of time and magic wax.
The reveal of it is awesome. But yeah, I think this film is really good. It gives a bit of, like, say, seriousness to the idea of Scooby-Doo before we'd even get things like Mystery Incorporated, in a way. But that's just how I feel about it. This one's a bit of a classic. But then Warner Brothers and then we'll kind of ruin it with Return to Zombie Island. But we don't talk about that one. Even though I did one time. See you next time.